can. It's me, Pretty Pink Pommy. Little something that I think I deserve. Hey! Just a little something that I think I deserve. Get into it! Happy Friday! Friday! Keeping up with the Wobbledogs, episode 1. Hello, welcome everyone. Shout out to the icon of the day, even if there is one. I don't even know if there is one. Is there an icon of the day today? Is there an icon of the day? Is there an icon of the day? Shout out to the icon of the day, Save Sapphire. Ooh, a new one. I love it. Hello. Hi Kira, hi Ruby, hi V, hi Pero, hi Comet, hi everyone else. Thank you so much for pulling up. Thank you so much for pulling in. Shout out to my lurkers. I appreciate all of you. It's a really hype day. It's been a long time coming since the Wobbledogs series 1 ended, which was called Wobbledogs Family Values, and I have taken a new direction for this series simply because I wanted to have more control over what actually was going to be produced when it came to the content and the quality of the content and the direction of the content. Originally, it was just kind of like an experience, an experiment even, and now it's going to be more of a curated. In the beginning, it was an experiment. Now it's going to be a curated experience, and I think that's really what's going to be the difference here. Yesterday, the fashion review was so much fun, and I really appreciate everybody who participated. I want to say congratulations once again to Dre and also to Rye, the winners of the Pretty Pink Fashion Trophy, as well as Damsel, who is the winner of the exciting Macaron Labubu. The next event is in the works. I don't know when I'm going to announce it or when it's going to be at this very moment in time. I would like to announce it soon, but I just have no clue. So I'm not even going to give any promises about it. This tomorrow, just if you do not remember, tomorrow we're going to be doing our weekend cartoons. We're going to be watching Pokemon Origins, the series. There's only 4 episodes of it, and they're about 20 minutes apiece. And then we're also going to be watching episodes. What is it? I think it's episodes 7 through 10 or something like that of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. That's going to be tomorrow in the afternoon. I think it's at 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Central. I'm not sure. You can keep up with all of that information and more on the Discord server. That being said, this new series, Keeping Up with the Wobbledogs, it's nothing like what you would expect. I have a few new things to introduce to you, so we're going to get right into this. Hello, Sunny. Time to wobble them dogs. Yup. Get into it. So I'm going to cut the music here because that's a lot. It's a lot to have that music and then also to have the Wobbledogs music. I've been hearing the Wobbledogs music since I started the stream, so we're going to go right into it. First, though, I do want to introduce the Wobble Wheel to you all. But more on that later. Right now, we're going to be going to Wobble Dogs. Wobble Dogs. Can y'all hear that? Yes, you can. If the levels for Wobbledogs is ever too loud, just let me know. I have the settings for it pretty low. And let's get right to it. Episode 1, here we come. So first, let's start off with the. I did post this. I did post the actual picture of this in the. I did post an actual picture of this in the server, but hi MTV, my name is Pretty Pink Pommy, and this is my crib. This is what we're working with today. We still have the original 2 baby rooms, the baby's annex, as I like to call it. They're right next to each other here on the bottom. We also have, I'm just gonna do this so that you can see the full map. We have the 2 baby rooms on the bottom. And then now we have, the baby rooms connect directly to the desert room, I believe. Let me see here. It'll highlight it here. Yeah, the baby room one baby room connects to the desert room, one baby room connects to the jungle room, and one baby room connects to the new aquarium room, right? So let's look in there. Here is the jungle room. No, this is not the jungle. What? Here's the desert room. We've already seen this place. Here is baby room number 1. It connects to the desert room. Here's baby room number 2. It connects to the jungle room. And it also connects to the aquarium room. We have this room, which is happens to be where all of the baby dogs are. I don't know why they're all up in here. I'm gonna put all of these batteries in storage, just for safekeeping, because I'm not taking care of them right now. This is actually the graveyard room, aka the cemetery room, aka the spooky room. It has four connections, one to 2 different rooms that it was not previously connected to. One of them is the space anti-gravity room. The anti-gravity room is connected to 4 of the major rooms. With those major rooms being all of the major rooms, 4 of the 6 major rooms. 7. There's 7 major rooms now. The anti-gravity room is connected directly to the desert room, the market room, the cemetery room, and the snow room. The snow room is also connected to the jungle room, which is connected to the aquarium here. It's connected to the cemetery here, and it's connected to the snow room here. The snow room is also connected to the market, but the jungle room, while the jungle room sits in between the market and the snow room, it's not directly connected. So it's a whole maze, right? A whole maze. A maze of holes. Right. So with that being said, the newest room is the aquarium room. This is going to be a work in progress. Because this is a, the Wobbledogs is a series that's kind of like a sandbox game. There's a lot of different themes that the items that you get in the games kind of take on, and one of them is aquarium. There's also something like a garage, a living room, there's like a rainbow room, a park, you know, a bunch of other things. Right now this is the one that I'm working with. If I change my mind on this one, maybe we'll change it, maybe we won't. I built it very recently. It has a low gravity setting, I believe. Yeah, it has a moon gravity setting on right now. So yeah, and this one is connected also to the puppy room. This is puppy room 2, which is the neighborhood. This is the hood, and then this is the rainbow room, as we currently know it to be. All that being said, shout out to the desert room stands. Thank you for standing the desert room. Hi, Kizzy. You remind me of a pickle. Bitch, what? Big boobs. Huh?
Big boobs.
Okay, so after all that, I showed you all the rooms. Now let's talk about the dogs. So the first few dogs that we have in are dogs that have previously already been connected to the series. We have Lover LaCroix coming out in a cocoon. We have Watermelon Baby coming out in a cocoon.
She get money.
We have Valkyrie Dupree.
She's super thick. She's super pretty.
Now, with Valkyrie Dupree, this is a good time for us to talk about all of these dogs have parents, and all of their parents are now deceased. Let me show you here. So I keep up with the Wobbledogs family through Family Echo, which you can see on my browser here. We were just talking about I believe, was it Wyvern? Who's on the current screen? It's Valkyrie Dupree. Valkyrie is the sibling of Wyvern, I believe. Yes, we have Valkyrie and we have Wyvern here. They are the children of Frappe Dupree and Angel Baby. Frappe Dupree and Angel Baby are both deceased. They were deceased in the final episodes. And you can see here, of all the stored cores that I have, we can find all of them right here. So, for example, here's Sugar Plum Baby. Here's Amour Dior, Summer Plum Parfait, LimeWire Dior, etc. Right? Oh, you can't see that. Wyvern, Baby Dupree, Angel Baby, and Frappe Dupree. Okay. So here we are. I have all of my stored cores. This is how I keep a record of all the dogs that I've had previously. Let's find Frappe. Actually, you know, I can search them all up too. Here's Frappe Dupree. And who was the other one? It was Angel Baby. I know what Angel Baby looks like. So here we are with Angel Baby. Right here. The mother of 2 dogs that we have currently. Which is Valkyrie Dupree, as well as Wyvern B Dupree. We also have Bubbles Mugler coming out from the legendary House of Mugler. We have Gooseberry Dior. And that's it. Those are all of the dogs that are currently a part of the playthrough, if I recall correctly. And all the rest of these dogs are what's going to be part of the Wobble Wheel, which takes me here. On the Wobble Wheel, we have a series of dogs that are all collected on the Wobble Wheel, and we are going to be spinning the wheel each time to add them to the list. I would say probably about 2/3 of these dogs are based on friends and also frequent collaborators to the stream, and then a few of these dogs are also introduced to. Are new introductions to the series, but they're just random dogs that I've created and that I've added in as imported dogs to contribute to the new dynasty. What the story is that we're going to keep, or at least for the story that we're going to be keeping up with is that the new dynasty is going to be a new kind of aspect to the lineage where we are going to be essentially, what happened is all of the dogs that were previously adults. We had Strawberry Moon, that was an adult last in the final episode of the first series, as well as Crystal Parfait, Glitch Baby Dior, and Sangria Cristal. Tragedy struck in the Wobbledogs rooms, the Wobbledogs mansion, and now it seems that the family power dynamic has now shifted directly to the children, but the children cannot keep up the family name. Lover Lacroix, Watermelon Baby, Valkyrie Dupree, Wyvern B Dupree, Bubbles Mugler, and Gooseberry Dior must bring forth a new generation of Wobbledogs. So they've called on a collection of their friends that they now know from specifically the Wobble Wheel. And they will be helping them create a new idea of what it means to be part of the Wobbledog family. And you can see that Wobble Wheel right here. Here are all the dogs that are on the Wobble Wheel. There's a whole list of them. I can name all the dogs on the list, but I've also posted this in the Discord in my updates channel. So if you want to know who's on the list, or if you want to see any of these dogs up close and personal, you can go check that out on the Discord, in the Discord server. I've mentioned the Discord server now twice, and I'm linking it in the chat in case you are not a part of that Discord server. All that being said, we are going to get back to the game. So first, since we have to add 4 new dogs to the series before we get started on taking care of all of these puppies, why don't we get to the Wobble Wheel and make a few spins? Are y'all ready for the wobble wheel? We're going to start spinning now. We're going to start spinning real soon. I know that I posted it in recently. Hi, Lavender. I posted it recently. Also, hi, Mobsuki. Mobsucookie? Mobsukiki. Begging Snowy Winters' pick. Sending my lucky. Eventually, all the dogs that are on the wobble wheel are going to be picked and placed into the collection. But for today, we are going to be spinning the wobble wheel. And yeah. Just so y'all hear a little bit of music in the background, I'll turn that on. Y'all can't hear the music in the background. Hello? Oh, it's because I turned on the wrong thing. This one. There, now you can hear the Wobbledogs music, or you should be. Girl, what is going on? Oh, you can hear it. Okay, period. Now, we're going to start with the Wobbledogs. We need 4 dogs. The 4 dogs that we are going to be introduced will start here. Keep in mind, they're based on my friends and frequent collaborators of the stream. So, let's spin that wheel. Drum roll, please. The first dog we are adding in to Keeping Up with the Wobbledogs for today is none other than...
You can't read the dog!
Eclair Parfait. Let's talk a little bit about who Eclair Parfait is. This dog is actually the child of, if I remember, it's Honey Dupree. Or is it, yeah, Honey Dupree? No, it's Macaron Parfait and Sugar Plum Baby, who had Eclair Parfait, as well as Snow Angel Parfait, who is also on this list. Although their name might be different. I don't know if it's Snow Angel or Snow Angel Baby or whatever. But the first dog that we're adding is Eclair Parfait, not a very cute dog, and you will see this dog really soon. Remove all instances. I will also say that all the dogs that were previously already created or born into the series are on this list and on this wheel. Right. Get into it. From the previous dynasty, right? They're all the ones from the previous dynasty have a higher chance of being added to the current roster. The next dog that we are adding, number 2, is Evangelion T. The tea about Evangelion T is that they are from the series of dogs from the previous playthrough. This dog, as far as the lineage is concerned, is the child of... is a direct descendant of Echo T Dior. So Evangelion T is a child of LimeWire Dior, who is the child of Motherboard Dior, who is a child of Aelita Dior, who is the child of Echo T Dior. And Echo T Dior from the previous dynasty was the first dog that was born with wings in the entire family lineage. And Echo T Dior is the descendant of Sapphire Dior, who is the mother of the House of Dior. While Evangelion is not of the House of Dior based on their surname, it's an icon nonetheless, in my opinion. Let's go to our third dog. Our third dog that we will be adding into the playthrough as far as today is concerned right now, because we're going to be going back to this wheel a lot. Our third dog will be... Mango Mugler. Hi. Mango Mugler, as far as the lineage is concerned, is a descendant of the House of Mugler, which is a more recent house, originated by Heaven Mugler, I believe. Mango Mugler is right here. The child of Moonglow Mugler, who is the child of Sunset Mugler, who is the child of Heaven Mugler. This is the continuation of the lineage of Mugler. And the last dog, finally, that we will be adding to the current house. Hopefully, fingers crossed it's not one from the previous dynasty. And if it is, maybe we'll do another spin. Just because I want to see somebody, I want to see something fresh, something new. Because all these dogs are from the previous family, and I know I have it set up that way. Ooh. Hi, Lunatic. Whoa. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Pretty Pink Pommy, and today we are playing Wobbledogs. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, Lunatic. Hello, Raiders. Right now we're playing Wobbledogs, and we're about to add one more dog from the Wobble Wheel into our current roster of Wobbledogs. It's a really fun game. So please stick with us while we spin this wheel. The final dog, hopefully the final dog, for today's playthrough, or at least for right now, that we're going to be adding is... Damiana Moon is from the previous dynasty, so we're going to be skipping her for now. Let's spin it again. Let's spin it again. The current dog that we're going to be adding, hopefully, is... not going to be Ola Dior from the previous dynasty. Okay, one more spin, one more spin, one more spin. One more, one more. Bitch, okay, let's get serious now. I set it up, I set it up. Oh, it's Diva Kizzy. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to have all these dogs set up from the previous, but Diva Kizzy is the first dog from the new family dynasty that's going to be added into the playthrough. Diva Kizzy is not currently on the in the family tree, but Diva Kizzy may be added into the family tree. So here we go. The first dog that we're adding is Eclair Parfait. And before we get into that, I also do want to say thank you so much, Lunatic, for the raid once again. What were y'all playing? What were y'all up to? Thank you so much. Is your shelter as messed up as Irish Gold? Ooh. Hi, hi, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Evan Taurus. Hi, Lunatic. What were y'all playing? How was your stream? It says y'all are playing... Oh, y'all just played Wobbledogs. Well, I hope that you were enjoying. Iron Diva Fire Emblem Revelation. Oh. Wobbledog scares you? Hi, Miss Body Rolls. I was doing Fire Emblem, basically it's been on the Iron Man format where I treat it like GPL. Okay, I don't know why it was saying that y'all are playing Wobbledogs. That's weird. Maybe it's because we're playing Wobbledogs. Anyway, yeah. So we have Eclair Parfait coming in from the previous dynasty. We have Evangelion T coming in. We have Mango Mugler coming in. And lastly, we have Diva Kizzy coming in. Diva Kizzy is an imported dog based on my friend Kizzy, who is in the chat right now. Say hi, Kizzy. And apparently just came out back from the bathroom. Other dogs, just in case you were curious, we have Muffy, the Vampire Slayer, Ellie Barks, Sour Apple Parfait from the previous dynasty, Snow Angel Baby from the previous dynasty, Rudolpha D. Dior from the previous dynasty. This is also known as Rudolpha Dupree Dior. We have Lucifer Lacroix from the previous dynasty, Emerald Cristal from the previous dynasty, Amanita Lacroix from the previous dynasty, Lollipop Lacroix from the previous dynasty, Blackberry Tea from the previous dynasty, Stella Rosa Cristal from the previous dynasty, Damiana Moon, a new leader of a new house from the previous dynasty, the child of Strawberry Moon, who is now deceased. Switch to Dior from the previous dynasty. You want me to say it again? Mystique Rising from the previous... No, Mystique Rising is not from the previous dynasty. This is a new dog. Pixel Pop who is also a new dog created and imported. Damsel T, based on damsel _ fly. Fawn Fox, based on fawn. Misty Rain, a new dog imported in and created by me. Neon Zero, Neon O, created actually by Pero Dice and imported in. Hello, Fried Chicken. Thank you so much, Lunatic, for the raid. I forgot to follow up. I know I'm being slow to follow up with you, but if anybody from the previous raid has to raid and run, feel no obligation to stick around. I hope that you had a good stream and that you get any good rest that you need. I'm sorry if I'm not being super like interactive with you. It's just that I'm really full steam ahead with this new series. We have Ruby Royale, based on the moderator of this community, Velvet Rubies. We have Milo Majesty, based on the moderator of this community, Majestic Milotic. We have Shark Ting V, based on the moderator of this community, known as Your Bud V. We have Kami Core, based on Comet Core. We have Sam Du Papillon, based on It's Sam. We have Snowy Winters, based on It's Snowy VT. We have Sunny Sweets, based on Sweetie Sunny. We have Pero Dice, based on Pero Dice. We have Nyowie Star, based on Nyownik Stars. We have Nymphy Stone, a new and imported dog that I have created on my own. We have OLED Dior, part of the previous dynasty. And lastly, we're right back where we started, at least back where I left off at, with Blackberry Tea. Let's get to our current dogs. So, with Wobbledogs, there's a lot going on in the series, right? Clearly, there's a lot going on. The current dogs, as we know them, we have Lover LaCroix. We'll start here. We have Lover LaCroix in a cocoon that happens to be laying on the ground. We have Watermelon Baby in a cocoon who happens to be laying on the ground and also being chewed on by Mango Mugler. We have Valkyrie Dupree, an icon, a diva, and from the previous dynasty. Wyvern B. Dupree, their full sibling, also from the previous dynasty. Bubbles Mugler, from the previous dynasty, and an icon in herself because of this gigantic tail. Hi, American Cat Boy. Hi, everyone. Hi, Fried Chicken. Oh. Nyowie Star is very small. We have Gooseberry Dior, who... I don't know where Gooseberry is. Hello? Because that's Gizzy. We have Gooseberry Dior, we have Eclair Parfait, we have Evangelion T, we have Mango Mugler, and we have Diva Kizzy, who I will be calling Diva because that is their first name. We're going to be hatching Lover LaCroix. A dynasty word count. Oh! For those of you who do not remember Lover LaCroix is actually a distant family relative of the House of LaCroix, who was originated by another dog that is Lover LaCroix's cousin. And this is going to continue on the dynasty of LaCroix with triple heads. Next up, we have Watermelon Baby coming out of the shell. Rip me out the plastic, I've been acting brand new. And here it is. Not much has changed, but this dog has been in an been in a cocoon basically since the last episode, which was a hot minute ago now. Watermelon is so tiny. Yup. Here is Valkyrie Dupree coming out the plastic herself. Ain't nothing new going on. Well, actually, a lot has changed. Her muzzle shape has changed, actually, if you notice. Her muzzle shape has changed. I don't know why. Her color has changed. Her wings are smaller. This is a whole new bitch. She's singing New Woman by Lisa and Ray and Doja Cat. I'm a new woman. Right. Wyvern B. Dupree is lacking on some sleep, so we're gonna get her to sleep right here. Bubbles Mugler, an icon, a diva. Let's get some food out here. Let's get the food rolling. Here's some food, some chicken nugget. You look like a burnt chicken nugget. Right. We also have some lasagna. Interestingly enough, the chicken nuggets actually have a gut bacteria that makes the dog smaller. The lasagna has something that makes the dogs bigger. I believe this one the macaron has something that makes the dogs overall blue with a white body and a white pattern. Speaking of, while we are kind of waiting for something else to happen with these dogs, because they do kind of take care of themselves. Let's look at all the little memorials that we have. So the first memorial that I want to go over is actually for Felicity, the mother of the house, and the mother of the previous dynasty. This is the mother of all the houses, Felicity, our first dog. Valkyrie really did do her big one. She went to Dr. Ma'am. And we also have Felicity's husband, her partner, her exclusive partner, Santa Baby, also known as the Butch Queen. And this is in the jungle room, which is actually our starting room, interestingly enough. This is the first room that most of the dogs were born in from the first dynasty until we kind of moved on to the second or third generation where they were kind of starting to be born in other places. And then by, I would say, probably the fourth generation of the first dynasty, they were all exclusively being born in the baby rooms. And if you want to see any of those episodes, all of those episodes are up on my YouTube channel. I post unedited VODs on my YouTube channel because my main focus when it comes to my content is the streams as of right now. In the second room, we have, actually, let's start with the cemetery room next because that's what that continues the lineage, right? We have, over here, we have Rudolpha Dupree, also known as Mother Dupree, who is actually the ancestor to all dogs with the last name Dupree. And if we went to the actual Family Echo page, you will see when I type in the name Dupree, that is not what I meant to do. Get into it. When I type in the name Dupree, look how many dogs there are. Look how many dogs there are with the name Dupree. All of these dogs are a descendant of Miss Rudolpha, and now she has a namesake in the new lineage. Get into it, Rudolpha. Honestly proud. So there she is. This is her sibling right here. Baby T, her older sibling. Rudolpha was the middle child. This is the originator of the House of Baby. We currently have a House of Baby representative out, I believe. Yes, Watermelon Baby is a partial member of the House of Baby. Beyond that, we also have the originator of the House of Chanel, also known as the House of Cristal, also known as the House of Velvet, related to multiple other houses as well, including but not limited to the Mugler House and others. And the Parfait name as well. We have Crystal Chanel, who is the mother of the House of Cristal, along with her exclusive partner, Velvet Cristal. They together created the House of Cristal and the House of Parfait. So they are also the Crystal Chanel is also siblings with Rudolpha Dupree and Baby T, who are children of Felicity and Santa Baby, who were introduced in the this is like a crazy. Thank you so much, Just a Mess. I appreciate you. The dogs that were in the jungle room, Felicity and Santa Baby, are parents of Crystal Chanel, Rudolpha Dupree, and Baby T. And all of this is documented in the original series. Beyond that, now in the desert room, we have the Brokeback Mountain pair here. Joanne Prada scammed the whole house, and this is one of the original dogs of the series, who is also the mother of the House of Prada. There have been plenty of Prada dogs who have come through at different times, although I don't think that the House of Prada is currently in action. I don't think that there are any dogs with the name Prada that are currently in rotation. We also have Christina, who I did consider male. These two dogs are in their Brokeback Mountain era, even in death, because they're still paired together here. Christina is part of the House of T. So some of these dogs are actually not related to Miss Baby T over here, who continued Felicity's lineage, but they are still around. The next place that we have is, we have the dogs with the double heads. This is our first dog with a double head, Long Island T, who doubled the vision for the dogs in the lineage. So any dogs that we have with double heads are actually related to Long Island T, who is part of the T lineage himself. And then the last memorials that I want to go over, at least for now, there's 4 more, but we have Sapphire Dior, who is the mother of the house of Dior. And there are still Dior representatives that we have out even at this very moment, like Gooseberry Dior, and another iconic member that will be added later is Rudolpha Dior Dupree. We also have Echo T Dior. Majority of the dogs, as they currently stand, who have wings, are actually descendants of Echo T Dior. Most of these dogs are related in some way, which is part of the reason why I consider it a dynasty. With that being said, in the zero gravity room, we have Fluffy Malone, originator of the House of Malone, memorialized here, known as Marshmallowy Goodness. And we also have a clone of Heaven Mugler buried here, who is the originator of the House of Mugler, Heaven Mugler. They were both imported dogs, but they are very intricate. And actually, I believe that now I have all of the dogs that originated their own house memorialized, at least so far. Get into it, Gizzy! Oh my god, this is cutesy. Look at their little face. Everybody's mutating. Everybody's mutating. Let's do Wyvern next. They're growing up right before our eyes. Maybe Wyvern's not ready. Let's do somebody who is ready. How about Eclair? Wobbly wobbly wobble dogs. Rip legendary founding mother of the House of Dupree, Rudolpha. She was an icon in her day. Get into it, Eclair. Not much has changed. A little bit of color, a little bit of iridescence. Y'all are giving this little vacuum something to do. Mango Mugler giving that mango ET. No affiliation to the House of Tea that I'm aware of. Bubbles Mugler. Lost a leg. Lost a set of legs. Girl, what's going on here? Girl, looks like she grew out of her little... She was like, okay, you know what? Bubbles Mugler is kind of giving that, like, I was weird as a little kid era, but then when I became a teenager, I got pretty. Like, that's what she's kind of doing. Retweet if you agree. Evangelion T, getting bigger and better every day. Exactly, Peril. She took off her training wheels. Here we have Gooseberry Dior. Oh. A little bit longer and a little bit wider, I think. Get into it. Loving the color scheme here. And we also have Wyvern B Dupree. Hi, V. Oh, your shower was nice. And here's Wyvern. A little darker, a little deeper, a little bit mysterious. All these divas need to eat something. Come eat your cocoon. Thank you. Thank you. This diva needs to eat something too. Eat this fry. Keep eating the fry. I have a bunch of toys in this game, but they're all dispersed amongst the different rooms, just so that the dogs can stay entertained if they're in there. Because once they're adults, they get to go throughout the rest of the rooms, and when they're in the rest of the rooms, they get to do whatever the fuck they want to. But while they're babies, I like to keep them consolidated here because it keeps everything clean and tidy. And the babies create a lot of like puddles and mess and things like that. And also they're kind of hard to keep track of when they're roaming around. I'll be lurking while I finish up work. Thank you, fried chicken. Get into it, Gizzy. It's gonna be so weird having a bunch of dogs named after my friends that I talk to all the freaking time. And then seeing them in my Wobbledogs playthrough like, hey, now I have to take care of you. Now you're like a baby. And then it's gonna be like, hey, now I have to take care of you. Now you're like an adult and you have a mated pair in my Wobbledogs game, and it's not like real life in any capacity. And then it's gonna be like, hey, I had to kill you in Wobbledogs because you were gonna die, and I had to let you die because that's how I play this game. I don't know why Wyvern is tripping out. You know, maybe Wyvern is tripping out because the House of Dupree has lost so much power because we're starting a new dynasty. And it's not going to be anything like it was previously where the House of Dupree really took precedence. It's going to be a new series of houses that are going to come through with a new series of dogs that are moving into the mansion every day. And Wyvern Dupree is actually concerned about their future, and as well as the future of their continued lineage, because every dog that is introduced into this series is going to have to create a puppy of some sort. But then Wyvern ate a little bit of a leftover carcass of a cocoon, and now they are happy, and they must sleep. And there is Wyvern B. Dupree. And now here we have Lover LaCroix, who needs also a little bit of sleep. So I'm gonna give a good glance at all these dogs' ages. We have Lover as a young adult. We have Lover as a young adult, Water Malone as a teen, Valkyrie as a is that a juvenile? Diva Kizzy as a juvenile, Eclair Parfait as a juvenile, Mango Mugler as a juvenile, Bubbles Mugler as a teen, Evangelion T as a juvenile, Gooseberry Dior as a teen, Wyvern B. Dupree as a teen. So Lover LaCroix is going to need some kind of partner. But they're the only young adults in the room right now, and probably the oldest dog that I have that's currently alive. And the question is, now that they're ready to become an adult, who is going to be their pair? And the real question is, well, Watermelon Baby is going to be a young adult after becoming a teen. So they're not ready. It's one of the teens. Who is the oldest out of the teens that we can bring forth? Watermelon is 25 minutes. Valkyrie is 14. Diva Kizzy is 10. Eclair Parfait is 10. Wyvern is 19. Gooseberry is 19. Evangelion is 9. Bubbles Mugler is 20. And Mango Mugler is 10. So it's most likely going to be Bubbles Mugler who's going to pupate in a moment, it seems. No, Watermelon Baby is going to be a young adult. So they're going to be the first one, I guess. Hi, Sam. Welcome in. Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. Get into it. I hate that. I hate when their pattern changes like that. But it happens. I think I'm on default settings. When it comes to their, like, genetics. Yeah, I'm on the default. Oh, Lover LaCroix, the three-legged dog and the three-headed dog is now an adult. I love the heart-shaped pattern on this one. Lover is going to be the first dog that I send out into the world. And we can document that experience, or at least experience that experience with them walking around in the other rooms in a moment. I'm going to send them up there and then we'll catch up. If I can send them up there, hello? But first, let's hatch Valkyrie Dupree from the pupa stage that she's in. She's changing right before our eyes into a teenager. Darker skin. And that's about it. Get into it, girl. She's very shiny. And here we are catching up with Lover Lacroix, current ambassador of the House of Lacroix. Roaming in the desert. They get the instinct to go and eat a cut up fruit from the food dispenser. And yet they can't keep their balance because they only have 3 legs and also 3 heads, which means they're front heavy and also lack the proper balance to keep up with their shifting weight as they move on the desert floor. Excuse the camera angles, for if we move out of the way of this rock, Lover might spot us, and then all of the camera crew of this documentary would be in immediate danger. For a 3-headed Wobbledog that has green skin and a purple body might just be dangerous. Let's see if it's going to make it to its designated space. The papaya. Or whatever the fuck fruit this is. Please go eat the fruit, Lover. Inching closer to the fruit with every step. And every 3rd step losing balance. It looks like Lover's legs are tangled. And this is the problem with Wobbledogs breeding tactics. Why does this dog have 3 heads? And why can't it walk on the floor? Yet it wobbles happily as it moves along in the desert. And it seems an unknown presence is bringing a papaya directly to Lover Lacroix. Eat this shit, bitch. I mean, maybe Lover is like living her best life or whatever. But can she stand? Can she move? Oh my god, why did it take her like 20 minutes to get this fucking papaya off the ground? Please. Now that Lover has officially eaten their papaya, they dance, enjoy, and they do their final ritual as a Wobble Dog, where they finally sleep. All is right in the Wobble Dog world. Meanwhile, at the ranch, we have Diva Kizzy going into their chrysalis phase to become a teenager. We also have Eclair Parfait doing their big one and becoming a teenager. Where is that vacuum? There's shit all over the floor. Hello? Is it in here? It's not in my inventory. Y'all see the vacuum? Did I miss it? Is it behind this? No, it's not behind the den. Hello? The way I completely don't see it. Damn, why is everybody mutating at once? Here we go. You just can't find good robotic help these days. Oh, get into it, Miss Body Roll. There you have it. There you have it. Representation matters. Butter dog with the butter on it. Butter dog with the butter on it. Butter dog with the butter on it. And its name is Dinner Roll. Eclair Parfait. Wyvern B. Dupree. Now a young adult. Girl, bigger and better it looks like too. Oh my god, why is everybody stretching out? That's why I don't really be having these like french fries laying out everywhere, because everybody's getting wide and long. Let's switch this up. The french fries do give them a long and thin body. Let's do a corn dog. I don't know what's in that. It was by the incubators. R.I.P. Here's Evangelion Tea. Evangelion Tea, getting tea. Lightening up a little bit, keeping that cute pattern though. Evangelion also has the heart pattern. We have Bubbles Mugler in her young adult era. Gooseberry Dior. Actually shorter, it seems. At least proportionally. It doesn't really even seem that they got taller, they just got shorter. But they just got longer. Interesting, I don't know. Anyway, here's Diva. Oh. Just as happy-go-lucky as ever. And here's Mango Mugler. I also kind of live for Diva Kizzy. I love the colors. Oh, speaking of loving the colors, Mango Mugler gets better with age. Now, sleep. Go eat something, yo. Go eat this corn dog. That works too. Okay, at least you're not starving to death. Now sleep. It seems that this corn dog brings a new gut bacteria. We normally don't keep up with the gut bacteria. Hi, damsel. The gut bacteria is called, though, Canny Hyphacanthe. I don't know what that means. Anyway, get into it, Eclair Parfait. She shat, and then she slept, just like me. Wyvern Dupree. Sleep. Diva Kizzy. Sleep. Bitches be resting for real. And them all dancing to these little beats. Get into it. They're having a little party. Let's go check on Lover LaCroix. Still struggling to stand, I see. Is this room a gravity center different? There's not even a gravity thing in here, I don't think. I can control the gravity in rooms by putting a little item down, but I don't have the item down in here. How are you doing, damsel? Welcome in. What's everybody up to right now? If you're in the chat right now, sound off on what you got going on. I'm grinding on Nikki. Something about the desert room is so tea to me. Probably the colorful wall. I really love the wall. Oh, Lover LaCroix has dropped an egg. Part of their duty as an adult's dog in the Wobbledogs mansion. To live here for free, you gotta drop an egg at least one time. Sometimes 2 or 3, but... Cleaning before I do my test stream. Get into it. Damsel's at work. Damn is playing League of Legends. A lover can barely stand up because they only have 3 legs, but they also have 3 heads, and that really distorts their their natural sense of balance. The lover is doing their best. We also have Watermelon Baby here. Watermelon Baby seems to be the first of what will probably be many today dogs who is going to become an adult. Does that mean that Watermelon Baby should be the pair for Lover LaCroix, or should we wait? Let's do a little test poll. So the question is, should we The question is, should Watermelon and Lover LaCroix breed? And the answer is yes, Watermelon Seltzer, or no. Let's wait for a better pairing. I'm going to do that poll for 2 minutes. And if you do want to vote on it for whatever reason, I will let you vote. It's 1 channel point per vote. There you go. Go vote in the poll. Here's what Watermelon is going to look like for the rest of their life. Congratulations to Watermelon, who also now needs to breed. It's real chill in here. Look how quiet it is. Part of the reason that I keep up with the family tree of these dogs is because I don't really like to breed siblings. I'm okay with doing first cousins, but that's the closest relation that I will try to do before considering another option. And right now we have 69 votes for yes, we do need to create a Watermelon Seltzer dog. No inbreeding. Luckily, Lover LaCroix is actually an imported dog, so there is no possibility of inbreeding. They're a part of the LaCroix family, but they're a distant relative. Meanwhile, Watermelon over here They're very far apart from each other right now. Actually, I think these rooms are connected. The rooms that they're in. See, now they're in the same room. Y'all want these two to come together? Because that's what the poll said. Y'all want these two baddies to be baddies together? She a baddie with her baddie friend, Watermelon Baby, and Lover LaCroix. Let's do it. Maybe Watermelon can give Lover a three-headed compound eye baby with sturdy legs this time. Sorry, I'm just taking a little stretch. Ooh. Let's hit it. If I'm going for watermelon seltzer, the least we can do is try to get it to be pink and green, so... This is a cute dog with cute proportions. I love it when they have like a cute little body. If you kept up with the Wobbledog series from before, or if you're a newcomer, here's some information. I like to breed monsters when I can. But even if they're gonna be monsters, they can still be pretty. That one has wide legs. I really like the green on this one. Oh, and the red on this one, we lost the third head. I don't know what happened there. But I like the red, so we're gonna do the red. And I wanna keep that darker green. So we're definitely gonna do one of these two. I'm thinking this one because I don't really care for them to be super long. Maybe we'll get the three heads back. Sometimes in the breeding simulation, the heads will come back. Or like certain traits that you might have lost in the beginning will like reappear later. I like this one the most, honestly. I'm gonna do that one, I'm gonna do this one. I like this one, honestly, and I really kind of like this one too. Okay, no blue, no blue. Let's do that cutie. Love that bark. And I'll do this one. This dog is gonna be kind of petite. Watermelon Baby was pretty petite though, even as an adult. Not this one. I do like the length of this one's tail. I don't want it to be too boxy. I think I'm gonna do this one, and I'll do this one. Let's see where we're at. I wish that the heads kind of stuck around, or at least it had two heads, maybe. Especially because this is the first offspring of Lover LaCroix. You can't win them all though, I guess. Ooh, I love the green. Like the green features on this on top of that teal coloring is actually really pretty. And I think we're gonna stick with this final dog. It has a long tail. It's red, pink, green, and teal. Perfect for a name like Watermelon Seltzer. Do y'all think that we should name it Watermelon Seltzer, or do y'all have an opinion on the name? It is part of the LaCroix family. However, it does not need to hold the LaCroix name because we're gonna give this dog a sibling. I want another dog with three heads to continue on the lineage that Lover already has created, just based on their reputation. Hi, Milo. Welcome back from work. Watermelon LaCroix? Sure. Lover Malone. I'm a fan of Watermelon LaCroix. Let's do that one. I need to start keeping tabs on who's in what incubator, so I need to pull out another memo sheet for myself. And now that we've been traumatized, we don't have to watch that breeding sequence ever again. At least for today. All right, and all baby dogs are being kept in this space. So for the incubators, we are actually divided by what I believe to be 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the next room over, we have, I believe, what goes up to 16. In incubator 1, we have Watermelon LaCroix. And this is as good a time as any to go back to the lineage and look up the Watermelon baby. Add a partner who is actually going to be named Lover LaCroix, who I consider to be male. I consider Watermelon baby to be male too, though, interestingly enough. And then they're going to have a child, and their child's name is going to be Watermelon. LaCroix. Just to make sure that I don't have Lover anywhere else. I do. Oh, well, I don't. Okay. And now Lover has been documented as part of the lineage. Meanwhile, here we are. Let's do a little bit of maintenance. Who needs a belly rub? R.I.P. Okay, and now you can sleep. You can also sleep. You need something to eat. Can I have something to eat? No. Will you eat this piece of poop? Yes. Here you go. All the baddies need their rest, it seems. So after we actually have three dogs, it looks like, that are going to be becoming adults, and we have 2 dogs that are going to be becoming young adults. 3 dogs that are going to be becoming young adults. So before we move on to the next series of dogs that need to be put into the breeding simulation, we are going to rebreed Lover LaCroix and Watermelon Baby, and this time we're going to be focusing on the heads, not the colors, not the patterns, not the vibes, but the number of heads. Right, so this one has 3 heads, and this one has 3 heads. Hopefully we can give them a strong set of legs, too. This one has 3 heads and what seems to be a stronger set of legs than the other ones. This one has 3 heads and what seems to be a stronger set of legs than the other ones. 3 is not the maximum number of heads that you can have in this game. You can have like a maximum of like a dozen heads or something like that, or 10. It might be 10. And when they have the maximum number of heads, if they're small, you'll actually see them actually forming a ring in a circle where the normal head would go. If they're big, they just kind of form in a cluster. This is an interesting one. I hate this short body. I like this body the most. This one has thick legs. This one has thick legs. This one's kind of petite and I like that. We'll do this one, and then I guess we'll do this one. I like this one better. Hi, Rose. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Let's do this one because I like that green. And we'll do this one because I think its legs are the thickest. I want some ice cream or something. With like some white chocolate in it. When was the last time anybody here went to a Cold Stone? A Cold Stone. It's like an ice cream place where they basically put the ice cream on top of a cold slab of marble, and they mix it up. They kind of like they take 2 like spatulas, essentially. They crush it down, kind of like they do with gelato, and then they mix it up with different ingredients in it, so you can get something like, for example, what last time I went there was years ago, and what I ended up getting was like a cookie dough batter or a cake batter ice cream, and then I got white chocolate chips added to it. They took the ice cream, they put it on the slab of marble, they crushed it down, they mixed it up, and they put the chocolate chips on top of it. They mixed it up some more. That way it's all mixed in, kind of like how you would expect from like a McFlurry prior to the new regime at McDonald's, or how you would expect a Sonic Blast is another example, or even a DQ Blizzard. I'll be hanging out with family all weekend, so I'm excited. How's the Wobble family? Well, the Wobble family is taking a new direction, it seems. Starting off with Watermelon Baby and Lover LaCroix creating this, what we are seeing now, a 3-headed puppy. It's really fun. I actually really enjoy this game, so I was excited to bring it back. Ironically, though, the 3-headed puppy is not the new direction that the family is taking. The family is taking a new direction because we are initiating a new dynasty. The previous dynasty was known as Felicity's family. Who will be the leader of the next dynasty? I wonder, will it be Lover LaCroix of the LaCroix family? who was introduced into the Wobbledog mansion. In the first series, Lover LaCroix was introduced into the Wobbledog. This is cute. This is a product of Watermelon Baby and Lover LaCroix. Since the other dog was named LaCroix, and I don't think we have any other Malones. I think this one needs to be Malone. What should we name it? Cherry Lime Malone? How is that? Cancel Malone like a cantaloupe? I'm not so convinced. I really do like the cherry limeade angle. Any suggestions for this dog's name? It has red ears, 3 heads, red wiry ears. It has just a spotted pattern on its side, a whitish pink body, and just like deep green. I love this green color. What about a bitter melon? Have any of y'all had a bitter melon before? What does that look like? It is a similar green. Maybe that's what I'll name it. Bitter Malone. An incubator 2. Welcome to the world. All right, we have a handful of baddies who are all becoming young adults and adults. We're gonna do the young adults. We're gonna do the teenagers becoming young adults first. And we're starting off with Diva Kizzy. Oh. Went from green to gray almost. It's still green. It's just like a very like diluted green, almost gray. We have Evangelion T, who is becoming a young adult himself. Nothing but bigger, okay? Nothing but up from here. We have Mango Mugler, who's also becoming a young adult. Lost some of their luster, but I don't hate it. So we have Wyvern B. Dupree. Eclair Parfait is becoming a young adult. Honestly, I don't hate it. I kind of like the brown tinge it has going on. We have Wyvern, Bubbles Mugler, and Gooseberry Dior. So before we make these dogs into adults, actually we can just make them into adults now. Let's start with Gooseberry since we're here. I've always loved Gooseberry's coloration. I'm not unsatisfied. I really also like the snout shape that Gooseberry has. It's one of my favorite ones for this game. Here's Wyvern, completely different than what we were expecting. If you want to actually look, we can actually look at what Wyvern looked like as a puppy versus now. This is what Wyvern started out as. And over time, that color has been diluted and dilapidated into it. And so it started out, it was like this vibrant, like emerald green almost, and nearly a magenta, purplish magenta. And now we have this. I don't hate it. It's just giving brown bear, you know what I mean? Like boring anyway. And now we have Bubbles Mugler. Whoa. And this is her adult body, it seems. I honestly can't even be upset about it. Honestly, Bubbles Mugler was bred for her color and for her tail, so I don't really care what the body looks like that much. And now, let's go into the breeding simulator now that we have more adult dogs. But before we do that, let's also have a little conversation about what's going on in the family tree. Bubbles Mugler is related to the Cristal family. Bubbles Mugler is first cousins with Mango Mugler through their parents, Sunglow and Moonglow, respectively. Bubbles is also directly as a full sibling to Emerald Cristal, as well as Sangria Cristal, it seems. Sangria Cristal is deceased, but Sangria Cristal is survived by Damiana Moon and Stella Rosa Cristal, who are both in storage, but are both puppies, nonetheless. Bubbles Mugler is also a first cousin with Lollipop Lacroix, Amanita Lacroix, and as first cousins only with Lollipop Lacroix. Amanita and Lucifer Lacroix are siblings to Lollipop. All three of these dogs are also in storage, but none of them are out, but they are also related to Lollipop as well. Who should we breed? Oh, hi Deku. Hi Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Deku. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Pretty Pink Pommy. And we are playing Wobbledogs. You were playing Pokemon Emerald. Were you playing Emerald or were you playing a ROM hack? I know that you like to play those. How are you doing, Deku and Raiders? If y'all have to go for whatever reason, I know sitting through a stream or also creating a stream is a lot of hard work. Make sure you get your rest, your relaxation, and also your water and food. Thank you so much for the raid, though. Hashtag PPC Garden. Next up we have Gooseberry. Who's Gooseberry related to? Gooseberry Dior. Gooseberry Dior is actually a first cousin of Watermelon Baby, who is no, Gooseberry Dior is actually a half sibling to Watermelon Baby, meaning that they are that Watermelon Lacroix and their sibling, who they now have a sibling, a full sibling actually, named Bitter Malone. Those are their nibblings for Gooseberry Dior. Gooseberry Dior is also related to Sugar Plum Baby and Blueberry Tea. Those would be their first cousins through their parent, Turmeric B. Dior. Sugar Plum Baby has Snow Angel Parfait and Eclair Parfait. That's how they're related. And then it looks like, yeah, that's their only relation. The other relation is more of a distant relation because they're actually not family. Jolly Baby is Gooseberry Dior's aunt and or uncle. Gooseberry Dior is actually a direct descendant of Long Island Tea. May they rest in peace. The first dog that we have with 2 heads. Hi, I have to raid and dash, but wishing a very fab stream and a good weekend. Thank you so much. You have a great weekend too. Thank you, Wabi Sabri, as well. Gooseberry Dior doesn't seem to be related to Miss Mugler. We are looking at Bubbles Mugler Cristal, who is related to Mango, but that's it. And the last one that we had is, who just became an adult, is the final dog that we had was, who? Girl, sometimes I get confused. A lot's going on. Wyvern B. Dupree. So let's start with Bubbles Mugler. Wyvern probably is related to Gooseberry. Although I guess there's no harm in looking. Wyvern B. Dupree is full siblings with Valkyrie Dupree and half siblings with Lucifer Lacroix, who is in the storage. It seems that they do have a set of cousins through Demonia Dupree, Snowcone Dupree, Crystal Parfait. And if we look at Long Island Tea, we see that Wyvern Dupree is here. Watermelon and Bitter Melon are over here, as well as Gooseberry Dior. But that is through Fluffy Malone and Mouse T. Dupree. Long Island Tea is Long Island Tea's only descendants are Pina Colada Tea and Frappe Dupree. But Pina Colada Tea, coming over here, is the parent of Gooseberry Dior. So Gooseberry Dior is actually first cousins with Wyvern, yes. Because of their parents who are half siblings, Pina Colada and Frappe. All right. So, all that being said, now that I've done the sleuthing for it all, let's do Bubbles Mugler and Wyvern B. Dupree. And before we get formally into it, I'll add that here. Add a child. These dogs are not siblings. Bubbles is the child of Champagne Cristal and Sunglow Mugler. Wyvern is the child of Angel Baby and Frappe Dupree. They are not even first cousins. They're not even second cousins, it doesn't look like. There's no repeats on this family tree so far. Cheddar Dior is a repeat. There are some repeats, but it looks like it's mostly in like in the distant relation. Like they're not like closely related at all. Like they would be like fourth and fifth kind of cousins. Anyway, but honestly at that point all these dogs are related like that. I love these patterns. Okay, I want the tail. Let's do that, and let's do a double head if we can. Let's do this one. I'll do this one, and I will do this one because I still want the tail. Don't care so much about the wings at this moment. The Diors are the ones with the wings. This tail. This one, because I want that tail. Yeah, because it's like a segmented tail. I really love to see it. That's part of the reason why I was so excited to have Bubbles continue on this legacy of the tail, because I think Bubbles is actually descendant of another dog that has like a club tail. And that dog with the club tail created the dog with the segmented tail. I think that was Sunset Mugler. Sunglow. Sunset is the parent of Sunglow. Okay, comment. Jesus, look at all those chickens. Oh, I love this red. I want the pattern though, so I'm gonna do this one with the blue pattern on it, and then I'll do this one. I was thinking about watching Mulan. Y'all wanna watch Mulan? We should have a movie night in the Discord server. What do y'all want to watch for movie night? Actually, me and the moderators were talking about it. We just never got around to actually having one. I think we were considering like Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph, Addams Family, and stuff like that. I really want to get into the good, like a good vibe with fall, maybe, but I don't know if I'm ready to watch the Addams Family in the Discord server like that. Although it might be topical, especially because like the Addams Family is like, what is it called? Addams Family Values, isn't that like the second one? All right, we're losing the plot a little bit, but let's do this one and let's do this one. See if we get a big one with that segmented tail, like a long one. Yup. You know what? Actually, this is kind of my ideal right now. I'll go one more with this one. Yeah, this is my ideal. Let's stick with this one. This one is the child of Bubbles Mugler and Wyvern B. Dupree. Wyvern Baby Dupree? Question mark. And I'm just gonna throw a name at it for right now. Unless anybody has a suggestion. Let me look at these parents' names first. So we have Bubbles Mugler and we have Wyvern Baby Dupree. I don't know. Baby Mugler is cute or whatever, but that's not the moment. Well, anyway, so this one's gonna go into Incubator 3. How about Blossom Mugler? Named for its segmented tail. All right. Time to eat a papaya again. Here, come on. It looks like Gooseberry is going to be waiting for their partner to grow up a little bit. Oh, there's another egg. Where's Gooseberry? Okay, let's check these rooms. I'm sure there might be another egg waiting for us somewhere. Oh. No eggs, just vibes. Okay, so now we have Valkyrie Dupree, who's going to become an adult. She could go to Gooseberry. They're still going to be first cousins, but it's not a huge deal. I'd rather them just not be siblings, right? Where's the food in here? Over here and eat. All right, so let's see what Valkyrie's giving. Okay, Valkyrie's now an adult. You can definitely see the resemblance between Wyvern and Valkyrie. When they were puppies, Valkyrie was this bright green and gray, and Wyvern was this like bright, like medium, still very bright, but medium green and purple. And now as they're adults, they're both gray and green, and they look very similar. So I'm going to send her into the adult room. And then we can go back to a new breeding simulator. Let's get some of these other adult dogs out of here, though. Bye, Bubbles. What'll these two be like? I'm gonna do Gooseberry, and I'm going to do Valkyrie, I think. I like to pair them off just to make sure everybody contributes, and then maybe we can mix and match after that. But before I get into that, oh, y'all can't even see. Oh, well, RIP. Y'all can't even see. I'm going to do Gooseberry and Valkyrie. Valkyrie is an adult now. But before I get into that, I need to do a quick BRB. So I'm going to play some music, and I'm going to go to the restroom and stretch my legs. Ooh. Hello, hello. How is it going? I'm back, but seems like we're breaking. See, well, hi comment. Hello. How's it going? How's it going? Hi everyone. Well, it's good that you're doing good. Shout out to everyone who's here. Thank you for sticking with me. You're preparing stuff right now. What do you mean? Like for your thing? Oh, well, get into it, V. All right, let's get back to the Wobbledogs. We're going to be breeding Gooseberry Dior and Valkyrie Dupree. We're also going to be cutting off that music. All right. Gooseberry Dior and Valkyrie Dupree. This is cute. I love a little short ears. I love the little short ears. When they're like wide like this, they look like little bears. I'll do this one. Maybe I'll do this one because this one has a pattern. Oh, look at the eyes on this. That's pretty cool. Let's do this one. Ooh, I like this one. I like it, but I don't want to lose the eye. So I think I almost might stop. I really want it to be more green though. So let's do this one. That one has better colors. I don't want the heads to be super small. But I do want better colors. Let's see if we can keep those eyes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. And this is from Wyvern and Goose. No, this is not Wyvern. That's Gooseberry and Valkyrie. All right. So I have to figure out a name for this one. Ducky Dupree. I believe it can be a Dupree because you have Valkyrie. I almost kind of want it to be a Dior though. Although we do have Dior's and Duprees currently still floating around. But I think I want this one to be a Dior. Since it came from Valkyrie Dior. It came from Valkyrie Dupree and Gooseberry Dior. It's a Dior and a Dupree. But I would rather it be a Dior, I think. It's cute. It's really cute. I love its little like spooky eye moment, even though it's like pink and green. What if we named it Tennis? Tennis Dior? Tennis Dupree Dior? Like a tennis ball because it's so green. It's like the same color as a tennis ball. Tennis Dupree Dior. Going in incubator 4. Now let's go here. Valkyrie Dupree has a child. And that one's name is Tennis Dupree Dior. And that child's parents is Gooseberry Dior. Interestingly enough, actually, Valkyrie's one of Valkyrie's parents, Angel Baby, could have been a Dior, but their parents' names was Skibbity Dior Dupree and Cherry Baby Dior. They had Angel Baby. Turmeric Baby Dior could have been it was also a baby. It's Turmeric Baby Dior, Marmalade Dior, Turmeric Baby Dior, Heaven Mugler, Long Island Tea. Pina Colada Tea was the only one that's not from like those other main families. Although Long Island Tea is the parent of Frappe Dupree, and Long Island Tea is the parent of Pina Colada Tea. These two dogs are first cousins. Valkyrie is the mother here. I always saw her as a female. Gooseberry I always saw as a male. Wyvern I saw as male. Bubbles I did see as female. Not that it matters, it's just that I like to mark them off so that I can tell who is breeded with who is breeded versus who hasn't, in case there's ever a moment where I miss somebody. And there we go. That's Bubbles. Go to Wyvern. There's Tennis right here. Here's Blossom and here's Tennis. First cousins. All right. Do we have any other adult dogs? We have right now 6 adult dogs and they have all created life. I thought tennis balls were yellow and I played it all my childhood. Tennis is such a cute name actually. I think so. I just like to have a diversity of names. I just also sometimes it's like I want to save like the cute names for like really cute dogs. I think Tennis is a cute dog, but like there's not going to be a dog. There's not always going to be dogs that are this color. Also, tennis balls are kind of like a highlighter green. They're almost kind of like the same color as like a highlighter yellow, but not really. It's a little green. Have I ever played tennis? Actually, no. I don't think so. The first time I think I ever even had access to a tennis court was like in high school. Like nobody was ever taking me to go play tennis specifically. Diva Kizzy is ready to be an adult. Let's find Diva Kizzy a mated pair though. There was like an old abandoned one near my house, and you and your sibling went there. Oh, weeds. Oh, well, it looks like Diva Kizzy could be paired with Evangelion Tea, Eclair Parfait, or Mango Mugler. Interestingly enough, we have like a series of adult dogs right now. Kizzy and Mango. I do kind of want to see if Eclair and Evangelion are related first. I don't think so, but I would like to look. Since nothing else is going on, I feel safe to go over here without like closing out or pausing the game. Let's look at Eclair Parfait. Eclair Parfait is only siblings with Snow Angel Parfait. And both of their parents are only children, so they don't even have like first cousins. Sugar Plum Baby actually has a few first cousins though, and also multiple siblings. With Plum Jam Tea, they are siblings with Sugar Plum Parfait. Summer Plum Parfait and Sugar Plum Baby are siblings. As well as Blueberry Tea. And then it looks like Macaron Parfait is siblings with no one. But their parents... But Macaron does have first cousins with Cramapple and Moldy Mugler. Which that kind of gives you an idea, because Moldy Mugler, that feels like, I feel like Eclair Parfait specifically was created so long ago and never got like brought out or used as a dog, which is so weird to me. Because I remember when it was like created. Although I might be thinking of Macaron. Anyway, they're not related, so we could do Eclair with the other one, and Mango Mugler with a new partner, and their child does not have a name yet, but they're going to be with Diva Kizzy. Okay. Mango Mugler, I will say, for this moment at least, is female. No shade to Kizzy. And I'll say that Kizzy is male. And let's return back to the game. We'll start with those two. With Kizzy, I don't really care if the name continues onward, although the surname Kizzy, I don't want to continue onward. I would rather have the name Diva continue onward from Diva Kizzy as opposed to the name Kizzy, simply because, like, I don't want a million dogs all named after Kizzy. And that's not shade to Kizzy, that's just my truth. Who is this? This is Eclair. This is Evangelion. This is Mango. And that's kind of like the vibes for a lot of these dogs, is that I don't mind if they're named after like the ones that are like named after my friends. I don't mind if they're named after my friends. I just don't want them to be like named directly after anyone like that. So here we go with Kizzy, Diva Kizzy, and Mango Mugler. We could even name their child Diva Mugler. I wouldn't mind that at all. I actually think it's kind of cute. Hmm. Yeah, the music to this game, like a lot of people who are fans of this game really love the music specifically. Mango's genes are so strong that like there's really nothing here from Diva. Hi now, Nix. Oh, here it is. I wanted that club tail back. Kizzy had a baby. How are you doing? Look at that blue. I kind of hate their body shape though. Oh wait. No. Miss. Kind of mid. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Shout out to the Mpreg. Well, technically Kizzy's partner Mango had a baby because Mango is the female. Also, hi Damsel. I didn't know you were still here. Kizzy ate mother, low-key. And/or welcome back, Damsel, if you weren't still here. I didn't know. I'm loving this blue moment. Asked if you play tennis. Oh, R.I.P. I guess I saw that. I didn't realize that it was you who was saying it.
What's that in my cup? That's that pouch.
Good, I was just
Rubbing honey's on my skin.
Oh, well now you're chilling and watching my stream. Thank you. Thank you for also the hydrate. I needed that. I do want that club tail to keep going, so I don't really care what the dog looks like as long as it had a cute tail. This one's gonna be named Diva Mugler. After its parent, Diva Kizzy, and its other parent, Mango Mugler. It's gonna go into Incubator 5. A little bit of blue going on for the Teen Vogue party. So far, we have created 5 dogs today. All the incubators were empty when we started, but we've created 5 dogs, and we have 10 dogs walking around, and almost, I think all of them are adults now, if not, like save for 2. We've created 5 dogs. Their names are Watermelon LaCroix, also known as Watermelon LaCroix, Bitter Malone, of a different family, Bitter Malone. Those 2 are siblings, though. Blossom Mugler, Tennis Dupree Dior, and Diva Mugler, which is the child of Kizzy. Next, we are going to be hatching Evangelion T from their pupa. Oh, we lost a little bit of that bright cyan. I love this one, though. It's pretty. And then we're also going to be hatching this one from its pupa, wherever it is, Eclair Parfait, and they're going to be a pair. Hi, CMB. Whoa. Welcome to my crib. All right, so let's give a good glance at all the dogs that we have so far. We have Mango Mugler, Diva Kizzy, Watermelon Baby, Lover Lacroix, Wyvern B. Dupree, Eclair Parfait, Evangelion T, Valkyrie Dupree, Gooseberry Dior, and Bubbles Mugler. Bubbles has successfully given her tail away to the next generation. Kizzy gave their tail away to the next generation. Gooseberry, I believe, contributed a double-headed dog to the next generation. Valkyrie contributed their double head to the next generation. Wyvern contributed a pattern to the next generation. Yeah, we're going to keep going for a little bit more, though, CMB, and you can always go back and catch the VOD to get all the information about what's going on in the playthrough. I don't know if I'm going to continue this playthrough, like, as a super serious, like, weekly kind of, like, installment thing, but I definitely am going to be playing it on stream every now and then, if not on a regular basis. I haven't decided. So now we're going to be combining Evangelion T and Eclair Parfait, but before we do that, I do want to go back to this family tree. And I want to give this dog a name. Its name is going to be Diva Mugler. Even if it's blue, it's still going to be named Diva Mugler. So here's Evangelion Z and Eclair Parfait. I don't know where this... You know what? Actually, I do. No, I don't. I don't know where this red is coming from. Maybe from like a distant relation? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I definitely want to keep up with the cute pattern. But I kind of wanted the next one of them to be small. I don't need that one. I need this one. I don't care about the double head. I want a red one with a pattern. That's actually what I'm looking for. Maybe we can give this one a sibling. Hi, Pixie. Oh my god. Welcome in, Pixie. Long time no talk. I feel like it's been like a week. Actually, last time we talked, I think, was when we were playing Peak. Mind you, mind you. I don't think that this one really looks like Eclair Parfait or its other parent. I do kind of like this one, though. It kind of looks like Porygon a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's digital or something. Also, I'm loving the polka dots. I've been working non-stop. Labor Day Monday will be my first day off work in a month. Well, get into it. Not 73 venereal diseases. Do we have any ideas for a first name for this dog? I have no. I don't even remember what the. This one is actually from the Parfait family. Porygon Parfait. It's Eclair Parfait, and the other parent is, what is their name? Is Evangelion T. In the current Wobbledogs mansion, while there is a new dynasty afoot, a lot of the names from the old generations are still being held forward, while other dogs may be brought in from the old country, and their names may be romanized into what we know as the names like T and Dior. We still have some of the original families who are still contributing to the lineage in the new era, and that would include the parents of Porygon Parfait. Let's do this one, and then let's give up the ghost girl. It's been a hot minute. Bubble Sweet, Neon Genesis T. We could name it Genesis Parfait. I have another dog named Neon, actually. It's in the, it's part of the Wobble Wheel. Oh. She glitched out for real. Look at her little stripe. Okay, I'll name this one Genesis Parfait. Who will go into incubator 6, and then we'll give this dog a sibling. Let's mix and match, though. First of all, let's look at the family tree. So this one is Evangelion, the child of Evangelion T. Known as Genesis Parfait, and its parent is, and its other parent is there's a lot of parfaits. Eclair Parfait. I consider Eclair to be male. And honestly, Evangelion's kind of giving like non-binary tease, but I'll consider Evangelion to be male as well. And then this dog will also have a sibling. Unless we take a new direction for it. And we could take Evangelion T, and we can have the Evangelion breed with basically any other dog. Evangelion does not have any siblings. It's the only dogs that it's like first cousins with, it seems, are Sour Apple Parfait and Rudolpha Dupree Dior, and neither of those dogs are out here right now. So Evangelion can really breed with anyone. Who should it go with? Does anybody have an opinion? We have Eclair Parfait, Mango Mugler, Diva Kizzy, Watermelon Baby, Valkyrie Dupree, Gooseberry Dior, Bubbles Mugler, Wyvern B Dupree, or Lover Lacroix. Kizzy? Does anybody else have an opinion? Lover also kind of matching her vibe. A little bit, I guess. I don't really like Lover and Evangelion being together that much. I don't want a dog with 10 vibes. 10 heads. Sorry, their vibe. I see it. These dogs do not observe gender in that way. The only reason that I give them male and or female identification in the family tree is because it's more for me to see which ones are like have bred at least once and created a new dog, more so than anything else. The one that I actually want to see with Evangelion T, honestly, I don't mind the Kizzy combination. I kind of want to see Bubbles. I kind of want to see Bubbles just a little bit. But I don't mind the Kizzy either, especially because I really like the short ears that Kizzy has. The Diva Kizzy dog. Let's do Kizzy. Screw it. Each head is a different gender. Also, yeah, when they have more than one head, it is getting very they, them. Let's do this one, and let's do this purple one. Oh, look at that one! With the little mini wings. And this one with the stripes. Hell yeah. So all the descendants of the Diva Kizzy dog, I want, if they're going to have like a family name at all, I would like it to be like with their first name being Diva, although I'm not committed to keeping any of the dogs that are named after my friends with any particular family. Like Diva Kizzy does not have to be the beginning of a new lineage. It's just that they're contributing to the new dynasty by adding variety to the names of the dogs and also adding variety to the genetics as well. I also like the light purple. Oh, look at this one. It's pretty. Let's do that one, and then let's do like, I don't know. Maybe this one with the weird tail. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do a freak. I'll do this one. Diva Drive, Diva Down. Let's see what it's giving first before we commit to a name. Let's do this one, and then let's do the one with the wings, which is this one. I want to go to Michael's, the craft store. Like, let's go look around. Let's go buy some things. Spend $15 we don't have. Like, painting and wine or something. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a moment. It is kind of giving Diva Down with how short this fucker is. I do kind of want one that's kind of more stretched out, so I'm gonna do this one, and I'll do this one, maybe. Actually, I'm just gonna pick this one because I really like the pink and the blue. And in the meantime, let's go back to while this game loads back up, let's go here. Evangelion T has a child without a partner named Diva Down. Diva Down has a second parent, who's from the tree. And that second parent's name is Diva Kizzy. Okay. And there we go. What? No. Not mango. Evangelion tea. Mind you. There we go. Yeah, maybe a paintbrush or two. Me when the trade's name is Michael. Right, girl, right. Okay, let's save this current setup. Diva Down is going into Incubator 7. And now let's go see what's going on with the other dogs. There's probably some eggs to pick up, some poop going around. And mind you, there are no puppies. We have now created 7 eggs out of 10 adult dogs, and yet there are no puppies walking around because we have now maxed out on the current number of dogs that we can have. Let's see what's going on with the girls. Eclair Parfait needing to eat something, mind you. Let's do some of these cactus fruits. Girl, come eat this. Evangelion Tea needing to take a nap. Mango Mugler eating a jelly mold. Yum. I wonder what's in there. Probably ectoplasm or something. Speaking of ectoplasm, oh, there's some eggs. Collect. Thank you. Diva, Kizzy, over here, needing a little bit of rest and a little bit of food. Why don't you come over here and eat one of these nutritional pellets? Why don't you come over here and eat another nutritional pellet, Diva? Now take a nap. Lover LaCroix needs a little bit of everything, honestly. How about you eat some pizza bagel and then you could take a nap too? Who is the originator of the House of LaCroix? It is this dog, Louisa LaCroix, actually, who did not get a memorial, mind you. Deserved. But I think it's because the House of LaCroix doesn't really have very many members yet. It's only Louisa that's like a living, active member of the house so far. None of her children have even walked the streets. She was a young debutante, and she really did make her impression in the mansion, but in her lifetime, she saw none of her children walk in the halls. Eat this. Aw, Valkyrie just needs a little bit of pets. Also, she needs to be removed. Maybe one of the girls needs to be named Pinko Dinko. Pinko Dinko! Girl, anyway. I want some Panda Express. Good morning, Bubbles. Here's your pets. The next time a dog dies, we are going to be spinning the wobble wheel, so prepare yourself. If you want to get accommodated with the wobble wheel, I did post it on my socials. I didn't post it on my socials, but I did post it in my Discord server, actually. Have a sample. Have a sample, Bubbles. Have a sample. A cheese doodle or cheese orb, whatever the fuck this is called. Dinky dinky, picky dinky. Wobble wheel, wobble wheel, wobble wheel, wobble wheel. Who do you want to win from the wobble wheel? Comment. Live your truth. CMB, you're not on the wobble wheel. Lover LaCroix has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on, and we will be moving to their position. Lover LaCroix is an imported dog of a distant relation to the other dog known as Louisa LaCroix. Lover LaCroix is survived by their two children, Watermelon LaCroix and Bitter Malone. R.I.P. Or Nyaoi Star. Oh, you did like Nyaoi Star. Okay, it's time to spin the wobble wheel. Are you ready? Let's see who else is coming to the Wobbledog Mansion. One, two, three. Oh my god, I could not have even rigged this. Even if I wanted to. I could not have rigged this. It looks like Kami Core is going to be the next dog to be added to the Wobble Mansion. We're going to be adding that dog specifically to the puppy annex, so boom. That's no angel baby who needs to be put back into storage. This is the dog we're looking for. A Star is Born. Did my dog get added in yet? Nope. So far, it's only been Kizzy and Comet, and that's it. Ugh. Comet's dog being two-faced? Girl, anyway. It does have a compound eye, yes. Technically, this dog has 12 eyes. 12 eyes and what looks to be 8 legs. 8? Is it 8 or is it 6? It's 8 legs. There's 6 in the front and 2 in the back. And it is the only puppy that we currently have, meaning that this dog is likely to be alone for a hot minute before another dog dies, at least. Which could be any moment now. Your dog is not gonna die. It's a puppy. The only way it would die is if I starved it, and I'm not gonna starve it. Ironic, your dog is eating a corn dog. Okay. It doesn't really want to eat anything, honestly. Since we're keeping up with the Wobbledogs, though, why don't we make sure everybody's fed and slept? What the hell? Did y'all see that dog fly through and go up into this tunnel? Who was that? I think that was Wyvern. It was too small to be Wyvern, though. It wasn't Water Malone. It could have been Valko. Oh, well, she's doing the rounds for sure. There's an egg rolling around up here. Wobbledogs eat a mixture of things, and I don't really control what they eat or really monitor what they eat. My focus is on breeding them and keeping them alive. I really don't care about what they eat. Although if you do keep it particular with the foods that you give them, they are more likely to give you a specific result when they pupate. What a journey this is. Hello? What room does this come from? Are there any more eggs just lying around? Where's that? There are more eggs just lying around. There's 2 of them I gotta go find. Let's clear the poop while we're here. Let's clear that shit out the way. Okay. No eggs in the market. Ironically. No eggs in the snow zone. You can give them specific diets, but to do that you have to isolate them, essentially. Well, here's Bubbles taking her fat nap. Get into it, girl. Is that an egg right here? I think that's an egg right there, yeah. There's one of them. I have no clue where this last egg is. Meanwhile... yeah, this is the anti-gravity room, yes. I'm sorry, is this room actually space? Yes! Diva Kizzy, the dog, is right here, and Diva Kizzy actually has 2 offspring. One of their names is Diva Mugler, and the other one's name is Diva Down, and both of them are in incubators and have not been born yet. Diva Kizzy has been a partner to 2 other dogs. Diva Mugler is the child of Mango Mugler, so this is the first one. And Diva Kizzy's other partner is Evangelion T, whose other partner, interestingly enough, is actually Parfait. Which one is Parfait? Oh, Eclair Parfait. Right, so you're kind of, well, Diva Kizzy is actually a dog that I considered male in my headcanon. Not that I necessarily consider you male. I don't know your actual gender identification, as far as that's concerned, like how you feel. But I didn't consider you the pregnant partner here. Also, nobody's pregnant. They give external eggs and we put them in the incubators and then they're born. The only other dog that's named after one of my friends or collaborators as of right now is Kami Core. All the other dogs are in storage still. Speaking of which, as a juvenile, not much has changed with Kami Core besides their size getting bigger and their colors getting a touch brighter. One of the heads of Kami Core just ate the cocoon that it came out of. I hear a vacuum, I don't see a vacuum. Shout out to Mpreg. Oh, NB Preg. Oh. Kizzy, weren't you streaming? Why are you here? Did you stream? I got a notification you were streaming. Did I make that up? Eclair is Wyvern B. Dupree is getting old. Okay. Eclair is literally sitting in a room full of food where food is all over the floor and has not eaten anything. Please don't starve to death, bitch. Also, don't get beat up. Well, Comet Core is not old enough to be Mpreg. Mind you. Mind you, mind you. Watermelon Baby has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on. Before we move the camera to their position, let me give you a short eulogy about the life of Watermelon Baby. Watermelon Baby was born into the Malone family and is the child of Toast Malone and Turmeric Baby Dior. Watermelon is also a descendant of Fluffy Malone, being their grandparent, who was an imported dog and the originator of the House Malone. Watermelon Baby is survived by 2 offspring, with Lover LaCroix being Watermelon LaCroix and Bitter Malone. R.I.P. to Watermelon Baby. Soon after Watermelon's death, we will be seeing another spin on the Wobble wheel. So prepare for that. And in the comments, please leave some emojis for Watermelon Baby, and also tell me who you would like to see win the Wobble wheel and be added into the Wobbledog Mansion. Sam wants to see Sam du Papillon. Well, we're probably going to be doing multiple spins, but let's pause. Let's go do the spin. So here is the Wobble wheel. Let's hit it. The next dog being added into the situation seems to be Snowy Winters. Snowy Winters is named after my friend and collaborator. It's Snowy VT. So far, from the Wobble wheel, we have Diva Kizzy, Kami Core, and now we're going to be adding Snowy Winters. All other dogs that have been added from the Wobble wheel are also coming from the original dynasty, or children of the original dynasty, bringing their names over from the previous series. And here is Snowy Winters, a cute little dog. If you're nasty, somebody will go tell Snowy that his dog has been added to the Wobbledogs mansion. Kami Core needs to take a nap. Hi, Snowy. I don't know how you appeared out of nowhere, but your dog is here. The way we have more original dynasty representation here, it's so conservative. You know what? This is my thing about it. The Wobble Mansion has to be supported, and a lot of the dogs from the original dynasty are now considered old money. You know, while the majority of the dogs are gone, the new generation represent new ideals, and the new dynasty is still being created underneath them. Snowy, were you lurking? Also, hello. Nice to see you. How's your day? How are you doing? So we have, yeah, right now we have Snowy Winters. We have Kami Core, who needs to eat something. I don't know why they're freaking out. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Fun fact, all the dogs that have wings can fly. Watch this. Wyvern B. Dupree has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on. Here lies Wyvern B. Dupree. Wyvern B. Dupree is the child of... Frappe Dupree and Angel Baby, and is survived by their child, Blossom Mugler, that they had with Bubbles Mugler. Wyvern B. Dupree is part of the Dupree family. R.I.P. Now it's time to spin the wobble wheel again. Right. I just popped in. Hey. Let's go to the wobble wheel. Who do y'all want to be brought in next? Wobble wheel, Puddin' Pie. Puddin' Pie is a Pokemon, girl. We have Damsel T, Shark Ting V, Lollipop McCoy, Nowie Star, Damiana Moon, and many, many more. Pixel Bop. Alright, and so the next dog that's going to be added into the Wobbledog Mansion, possibly the last one, maybe not for this stream, I'm still going to keep going for a little bit, is... Emerald Crystal from the previous dynasty. Let's move back. Oh, well, it looks like Bubbles Mugler is fading fast and has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on. Bubbles Mugler of the Mugler family is survived by their child with Wyvern B. Dupree, Blossom Mugler, and is a child of Champagne Crystal and Sunglow Mugler. And now it's time to go back to the wobble wheel! I'm cutting. What do you mean? The bitch died and we're over here spinning it. I'm spinning the wheel. They can have 2 heads? They can have up to like 10 or 12 heads, I think. Okay, so the next dog that's being added to replace Bubbles Mugler is... We're going to be adding Emerald Crystal already. And the next dog that we're also adding seems to be... Neon O, also known as Neon Zero. This dog was actually created and contributed to this playthrough by Paradise. Although this is not the dog that represents Paradise. While they sit here and eat Miss Bubbles' body, I'm gonna collect the core. That's gonna bother me, so we're just gonna destroy this. And we're gonna go to the puppy annex so that we can add more puppies. So we're gonna be adding emeralds. I don't see any emerald. Do y'all see emerald? Did I spell emerald differently than emerald? I did. Emerald Crystal is being brought out. And same for Neon O. Baby, when they look up at the sky, we'll be shooting stars just passing by. Snowy Winters is pupating. Neon O has gigantic bat wings. Normally the dogs that are big, have bigger wings and or smaller bodies with their proportions have an easier time flying. And yet, still need to stay in the baby annex, regardless of whether or not they can actually escape it. What if you let me redeem karaoke and you sing that song? What if I didn't? Diva Kizzy is getting old. They're not ready to pass on just yet, but they don't have much time left. No, we are not going to be going to Diva Kizzy's, we are going to be going to Diva Kizzy's place. Diva Kizzy is getting old. You're gonna die and we're gonna replace you, and then we're gonna celebrate. Eat a piece of cake. Not you freezing. R.I.P. Well, Diva Kizzy was the first one to come out, and possibly one of the oldest dogs. He's 66 minutes old. These dogs are only supposed to live for to be about an hour. Anyway, let's see Snowy Winters. Bigger and brighter than ever. Although I do kind of like the little, like, almost like purpley kind of like blue iridescence that they can have sometimes. I don't mind the blue. Oh, this is pretty. It's like a darker, almost a maroony color. As opposed to being like this nearly neon pink. Oh, I love this. It's the circle of life. Exactly, exactly. Easy debut and funeral stream is crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna be hiding the stream away from the dog's death. I feel like we kind of missed that part of it. Sometimes when we don't see them fall apart, when we don't see them die, when we don't see them get eaten, like, it's part of the Wobble Dog circle. Like, it is what it is. Like, these things, they starve, they die, they eat, they live, they give birth, they turn into a pile of remnants of what used to be a carcass, and then they eat that. They build their little nests. They have their eggs, and that's it. Can I eat Kizzy? Kizzy does not. Kizzy is alive. Alive and unwell, mind you. You can eat Kizzy after you eat your vegetables. This bitch has big wings. Evangelion T has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass. Evangelion T. Evangelion T is the child of Blueberry T and Limewire Dior, and is part of the Dior lineage of dogs that are named after multiple different technological advancements and also concepts, whether fictional or real. Evangelion T is survived by 2 offspring. One with Eclair Parfait, named Genesis Parfait, and one with Diva Kizzy, named Diva Down. Evangelion T is the product of a male-on-male relationship and has only had male-on-male relationships in his life. R.I.P. Evangelion T. And now it's time for the Wobble Wheel! Here we go. The last person that I would actually consider to eat meat is nowhere close to being common. Pick someone else. The next dog being added from the Wobble Wheel is... Rudolpha Dupree Dior, the namesake of the dog known previously as Rudolpha Dupree, now deceased. Diva Kizzy has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on. Here lies Diva Kizzy, survived by their 2 offsprings, Diva Mugler and Diva Down. All right. So we already have it decided that we are going to be bringing in Rudolpha Dior Dupree Dior, who I believe is a puppy, yes. And now it is time, once again, for the Wobble Wheel! Oh, Gooseberry Dior has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on. Before we go to the Wobble Wheel, let's read a eulogy for Gooseberry Dior. Gooseberry Dior. Gooseberry Dior, coming in from the old country, is the exclusive partner to Valkyrie Dupree and has 1 offspring known as Tennis Dupree Dior. They are also the child of Turmeric Baby Dior and Pina Colada Tea. They are a descendant of Heaven Mugler. R.I.P. to Gooseberry Dior. And now it's time for a double spin on the Wobble Wheel. And simply so that we don't have to, like, you know, so we don't have to survive through another death of another dog. Here it is. Okay, so for the spin number 1 for the next dog coming off of the Wobble Wheel is... Fawn Fox. And the next one after that will be... Snow Angel Baby from the previous dynasty. Here is Fawn Fox. Are we in a puppy room? We're not. Let's go here. Here's Fawn Fox. And I believe Snow Angel Baby is this one. Yes. There's a lot of pink going on, I'm noticing. Especially for like the new dogs. Like all the puppies have pink in them. Pink and purple. A little bit of blue. If y'all would like Fawn to know that his dog came out, here it is. You can tell him if you would like. If you would like. And it's partying up in this part, in this, like, because I don't know, they kind of use this room as a party room. I think it's because the music plays in here. They come up in here, and this is where they like to wobble. Like, the other room is not really like a wobble room. Like, they chill in here or whatever, but it's like more of like a, I eat, I sleep. This one's like the party room for them. The babies, anyway. Exactly, CMB. This room is for wobbling, the other room is for dogging. I actually think that this dog is so fucking cute. It has like little eyelashes and everything. Like, it's so like, it's kind of tea and it's petite. Fawn Fox getting her life. Meanwhile, in the adult rooms, they're starving, dying, fighting sleep. Actually, you know what? Come over here. There's like dead bodies and shit. Here, eat this. Who should have an end-of-life baby? I normally don't do it like that, but I kind of want to see what happens. Who should have an end-of-life baby? They do eat each other. She needs to go to sleep, though. I do prefer it when they pupate if they're in the trees. I think it's so cute. Kamikora is about to be an adult. Valkyrie Dupree has lived a long and full life, and now it is time. Valkyrie Dupree is the sibling of Wyvern Dupree. Valkyrie Dupree is also the child of Angel Baby and Frappe Dupree, and is survived by their puppy named Tennis Dupree Dior. R.I.P. to Valkyrie Dupree. I actually really did like this one. Time for the Wobble Wheel! Mango Mugler has lived a long and full life, and now it's time to pass on. Mango Mugler. Mango Mugler is the child of Moonglow Mugler and Crayon Cristal, and is survived by Diva Mugler, their child. R.I.P. to Mango Mugler. Time for... You want me to say it again? You want me to say it again? Time for the Wobble Wheel! But before we do that, let's hatch some of these chrysalises. Here's Kami Core and their young adult body. They lost all of their purple. I don't know what happened. Their nose did kind of curve up a little bit though, and I like that. Yep, the purple is gone. Here's Rudolpha D. Dior, just bigger. Bigger and badder than ever. Here is Fawn Fox. Not really much of a change, just a few inches grown. And here's Snow Angel Baby. Normally not much changes between the puppy and the juvenile stage. And here's Snowy Winters, even a deeper blue. It's kind of fun. I kind of like it. As long as he doesn't lose his white, I don't mind. All right. Neon O is going to be doing that. We're going to pause, and we're going to move over to the Wobble Wheel. How many dogs do we need? We need 2. The first dog from the Wobble Wheel that we will be bringing over is... Stella Rosa Cristal. And the next dog that we're going to be bringing over from the Wobble Wheel is... Sam du Papillon. And what a better time than to do it while Sam is actually here with us. So this is Sam du Papillon. It is a brown and pink dog, similarly to Sam and Sam's concept. Sam's aesthetic right now is brown and pink. And then we're also bringing in, who did I say? This one, Stella Rosa Cristal. From the Cristal family. Stella Rosa is actually the descendant of Sangria Cristal, I believe, and somebody else. I don't remember. It might be Sangria Cristal and Strawberry Moon. Not sure. Anyway. And now the puppy room is like live and bumping. Oh, I didn't go back. Here is Sam. And here is Sangria. No, this is not Sangria. This is Stella Rosa. Hi, Rose. I'll be at the movies. Have a nice rest of the stream. Thank you. Enjoy your movie. This is Stella Rosa, and this is Sam in the back. Wobbling their life away. I don't know what any of that means, Ruby, but if you're saying that she has a big tail, you're right. And also her wrist is froze. Thank you. It's a Nicki Minaj quote, right? Interestingly enough, in the span of this one stream, we only have one adult dog that is still an adult, and that's still alive with us, and it is a Claire Parfait. Big ass cold wrist. And she ate. And that's also very true about Stella Rosa Cristal. Snow Angel Baby. Snowy Winters, eat some lasagna here. Let's clear up some of these. You know what? Honestly, I'm not going to clear up the dead bodies. I will do that before we get on stream next time. What an experience. Whoa! V-Raid. Your dog can clear up Kizzy's dead body. Kizzy's dead body is mostly gone. The head is still here. Eclair Parfait has lived a long and full life, and now it is time for them to pass on. This is the final dog that we will be watching and witnessing the death of today. Eclair Parfait is the offspring of Macaron Parfait and Sugar Plum Baby, the sibling of Snow Angel Baby, actually, is this dog's name. Its name is Snow Angel Baby. She lived long enough to see her younger sibling be born and thrive as a teenager. Eclair Parfait is one of the partners of Evangelion T and is survived by Genesis Parfait. And now it is time for the Wobble Wheel! I started streaming today. Hi V, how'd it go? You did your test stream? I hope day one went well. Last of the old generation. That is not the last of the old generation. There are still a handful of dogs that are from the old generation. But, no, from the last dynasty. But she is a product of the last dynasty. But yes, you're right. She is from the old generation. We're gonna hatch all of these dogs, and then we're going to go over to the next. Oh, what the fuck happened to her face? She was petite, and now she looks like Barney. It's very wobbly in here. Oh, Sam went body T. Sam went body T. Look at that. Oh my god. Look how long it is. Pickled a little bit, honestly. And here's Stella Rosa. Diva confirmed. Thank you. Now it's time for the Wobble Wheel. Who would you like as our final entrance into the Wobbledogs mansion for today? Since we are only going to be doing one more, who would you like as the final entrance? Damsel or Switch 2? Sour Apple Parfait? Okay, okay, I'm seeing some names. Switch 2. And the final dog being added into the Wobbledog Mansion for today will be... Switch 2, Dior. I love that. Switch 2 Dior actually comes from the Dior lineage and was a cousin. I think I don't know if they were a cousin or a sibling of Evangelion, but Switch 2 Dior is actually a direct descendant of Echo T Dior with a purer bloodline than even Evangelion, or at least being acknowledged more as part of that family. And so that's the one that's going to come out. Switch 2 Dior is actually a product of, if I remember correctly, I believe it was Glitch Baby Dior and Crystal Parfait. And here they come. And while it's on theme, if you would like to contribute to my Switch 2 fundraiser, please go check out my throne and send some money my way. I would really, 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 truly, really, really appreciate it. It's on my throne. Check out my other socials while you're at it. Thank you. She's out of pre-order era, right? And I think that's where we're going to save it for today. Now that all the dogs are locked in, we can go over who everyone is, and we will start with the oldest dog that we currently have out, Kami Core, a young adult dog. Kami Core is named after my friend Comet Core. Two-headed dog with 6 eyes on each head, meaning with a total of 12. This dog also has 8 legs, 2 wings, and a club tail, as well as some kind of dispersed, irregular dot pattern. It's a very interesting dog. The next dog that we have is Rudolpho Dupree Dior, a namesake of Rudolpho Dupree from many generations later than Rudolpho Dupree, who is memorialized in the graveyard room. Next up, we have Fawn Fox, named after the creator and collaborator that I have, known as Fawn. Fawn Fox right now is very hungry and seemingly needs a little bit of pets, so we're gonna pet that dog just one more time before we close out on the stream. A very girly pop dog, hopefully ready to create a new lineage of dogs named Fox. I would love to see it, honestly. After that, we have Snow Angel Baby. Snow Angel Baby is one of the dogs from the previous lineage of dogs. I believe this dog is coming from Sugar Plum Baby, but I'm not sure. It's in that general realm of the family tree. Icon, diva, kind of big-bodied, don't hate it. Wobble on. We have Snowy Winters, named after my friend, It's Snowy VT. Really cute, needs to eat, needs to sleep, and needs some pets. Doesn't like to be touched. Oh my god, here we go. We have Neon O. Neon O was a dog that was created by my friend Parodice and imported from his gameplay of Wobbledogs on his personal account. It's an icon. It's a very flat dog and it has very large, wide bat wings. We have Emerald Cristal from the old dynasty. She looks like Barney. I hate her face. We have Sam du Papillon, named after my friend It's Sam, also known as It's 5 a.m. We have Stella Rosa Cristal from the Cristal family of the old dynasty, an icon in the making. Apparently, her ass is fat and her wrist is froze. And lastly, we have switched to Dior. From the Dior lineage, specifically acknowledged as the heir to the Dior throne, walking the streets of this newly refurbished and newly established Wobbledog mansion as an ambassador of the old dynasty, just like many of its other housemates. This is Keeping Up with the Wobbledogs. And that's all I have for you today. So now that I've saved the game, I'm going to quit this. We will come back with more Wobbledogs in the future. And when we do, the first thing that we're going to be doing is actually experiencing the adulthood of Kami Core and the other dogs that are on the road to growing up a little bit. But until then, why don't we figure out who the heck we're going to raid? I'm going to start some music. Honestly, let's do this one. Hold on, where is it? Yup. Let's see what Sweetie Sunny is up to on stream before we decide to raid. Crisscrossing at the bazaar. What is this game? Let's do it, honestly. What should the raid message be? We're not going to do the regular raid message. I know what it is. Okay. The raid message for today for Sweetie Sunny, because we are going to be raiding Sweetie Sunny, is going to be, can I pet that cookie? Thank you. Copy this message and put it in Sunny's chat while we raid. And that's all I have for today. Make sure to check out my socials and also make sure to join the Discord if you're interested in more. I don't know when I'm going to be doing Wobbledogs next. Also, keep in mind, tomorrow is going to be Weekend Cartoons. We're going to be watching Pokemon Origins and She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. But until then, I'll see y'all soon. Bye!